Horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. The D-tackle, Sheldon Richardson, came barreling in for the sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
36. Back.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown.
Jackson.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze the throwing.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as the Ravens push further out in front.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they can.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
The conversion is no good on the fake.
Well, I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. A beautiful fake. And this will not be a good return. He's out of bounds at the 12.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction to the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Mayfield lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass. And
didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Mayfield to throw it. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie linebacker, Patrick Queen. He's at the 50, 30,
another day, another dollar, baby.
10, and nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6.
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown. And now they're going to fake it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Is no good on the fake extra.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand. You want to rub it in a little. You fake it when he snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. Mayfield now. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This is caught, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Ravens.
Mayfield's pass.
And they came out of the locker trailing. Not a good way to start this second half with their first drive.
Can't imagine that the discussion at halftime encompassed this at all. In fact, I'm sure they talked about, okay, kind of wipe the slate clean, start the second half, and let's go out and play the way we know that we can. That's not a great example of it.
They didn't envision that. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
At the Browns' 30-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. Caught right side at Snead. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Following the interception, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it from the 21 at 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing you.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Now the ball comes loose. A big seam, and he might go all the way. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 43 yards. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This will make it into the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. And down inside the 10, they finally stop him. But what a return. It'll be first and goal.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens. But you have to figure, they thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep him out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Parkey with the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Cody Parkey set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Jackson to throw. Rolling to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 25-yard line. Steps away to his left. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson and CD. That one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise. With Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in a season as the top running backs in the league.
They'll go again with Dobbins. He's to the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 13 on the play. It's now 3rd and
from the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He may try and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
is no good on the fake exit.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When he'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
7-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He'll get this into the hands of Hodge. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
From the gun, Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. But now it's third down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Mayfield off the play fake. Open man is Higgins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Excellent play there on third down. Give them 25 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. That's complete right around the 8.
Mayfield's pass.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Mayfield with it once more. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good.
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
At the 30-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the man with a big new contract, Myles Garrett, in there to take him down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
He can run for it, and he will. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Marlon Humphrey on the coverage.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back.
Mayfield
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He's got Hooper on the short connection.
Mayfield's
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. The kick by Parkey is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker. Just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Baker Mayfield sacked.
Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. Now Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown.
Baker Mayfield finding the end zone on the game's final play. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've